Hi there, I'm Matt Williams, and I'm the International Trainer for the Fax and Document Distribution Group at OpenText. One of the challenges that I often face is how to send a large document in an editable format in a way that's secure and efficient. Sometimes it's because I'm working on a document with someone from an external partner organization who doesn't have access to our internal shares. Despite being surrounded by technology, this simple task turns out to be quite difficult for lots of people. I could use my email client to send the document. I use both Outlook and Entourage, depending on whether I'm using a Windows machine or a Mac that day. Both are connected to my company's Exchange server, and our IT department has placed a limit on the size of attachments. I can try to get around that by zipping up the file and maybe even split the zip into multiple files, but that requires that the recipient knows how to deal with that type of file. And there are plenty of people who don't know how to create a multi-file zip. I could use an FTP site that I might have access to, but that means I have to search out that email that describes the URL and the username and password, since I usually don't remember that stuff. Also, lots of IT departments don't offer such sites because the documents on them, as well as access to them, can be difficult to manage. I could avoid official IT resources altogether and opt for one of the various web-based file sharing sites. But access to those sites are sometimes restricted by IT due to their perceived association to software piracy. Also, the management of the files on those sites can be difficult, with undefinable retention periods and non-existent security, or simply relying on security through obscurity. And if the security is not good enough for me in just a software organization, imagine what it's like for somebody who has to abide by HIPAA or Sarbanes-Oxley. Since I often talk about fax, you might think that's where I'm heading with this. But the problem is that fax is no longer editable. Well, actually, that's one of its strengths, but I want to send a document that's still editable, especially while I'm collaborating with a colleague on that document. Well, the solution for that problem is also in Fax Server. The solution is certified delivery. With certified delivery, also known as Secure Docs, I can send a large document without worrying about size limitations or about the infrastructure required to get the document from point A to point B. To get started with certified delivery, I can simply right-click on a document and choose to send it with RightFax. When I enter an email address or a contact in my phone book, the certified delivery option becomes available. By default, the file is going to get converted to a TIFF, just like a fax. But by choosing native, I can get the original document sent. Click on send, and I'm done. The server has taken that document, created a special website for it, and sent a URL to that site to the person I chose. They'll get an email with a link. When they click that link, it goes to the site where they can enter a password. Then they can download the document. It really is that simple. But one of the things that makes this really special is that when I send a document using certified delivery, I can see whether or not they have viewed the document. When I send another, I can see that the first one has been read, but this newest one has not. And when I know that the document is old, I can delete it from my side without having to rely on some clunky web interface or having to talk with one of those IT guys. I just choose a document and delete it. If the other person tries to go to the website after I've removed it from my side, they're not going to find anything. It's gone. Certified delivery is really a pretty incredible solution that's been in the product for ages, and it's still solving a very real challenge that we all face today. If you didn't know about certified delivery before, I encourage you to check it out. If you've already implemented Fax Server, you might already have it. If not, it's easy to add and requires minimal management overhead. I think it's a really cool feature of the product. My name is Matt Williams, and I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you have any questions or ideas for future videos, contact me on Twitter, where I go by the name Technoevangelist. If you are new to Fax Server, sign up for one of our free monthly fax admin courses online. Or even better, join us for one of our 3-day courses in Tucson, Amsterdam, or other locations around the world. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.